Hey everybody, it's Linda G coming to you from Northern California and busting my pachikas, working hard today. Got up very early. I got the Kaiser, and that lab was packed and it was early in the morning, like 7 o'clock. I'm like, Biash, what the hell are you guys doing here? Shoot. Anyway, so I went to Kaiser and then I ran over to the dry cleaners. And then I went to UPS to send off some fun stuff to my girlfriend. And then I went to my favorite store, grocery store. And I forgot Wednesday's Elderly Day. You get 10% off, I think, if you come on. All these years I've been going there, finally, one lady said to me, "Are you over 60?" I said, "Biash." Smack. Well, no, because you get a discount. I said, "What? I get a discount? All this time I've been coming here, I didn't know that." I said, "Hell yeah, I'm over 60. Just 4 months over 60." So I was very happy to but I try not to go in on Wednesdays because it's so packed. When I saw all the old folks there, I said, oh, today's Wednesday. But yeah, I don't blame people. If they can get their discount, they can get their discount. My face is a little bit flushed. I don't know what's going on. I feel young again. So anyway, I was driving and I just want to say something to you guys, and you can tell me later. But I got a sudden feeling of some sort of deliberate explosion. I'm not quite sure if it's an incinerating or terrorist, but I saw an explosion. Now I know there's been explosions going off in these factories, but this feels deliberate, and it feels it's related to someone very angry at the United States. I think it's going to happen in the United States, but I can't guarantee. So I wanted to tell you guys about that. And today on some blurb on the news, remember when I told you that Russia was going to try to shoot off a missile that self-implodes? Well, I guess this happens on and off. Well, they had a missile that self-imploded. I think they wanted to send it to Kiev, and it destroyed other missiles around it. It was a beautiful thing. So I had to tell you guys that because I remember saying that. There we go. There's my babies. Okay, so I hope you all are doing good on Wednesday. Tomorrow's my 3-card day with my members. And Lisa Foster has the dates for June. And I've got to put an extra date at the end of the week because I'll be in I won't be able to do one of the Thursdays because I'll be in Gettysburg. Okay, so you guys asked some good questions. So let's get down to brass tacks. First of all, and I want the truth and only the truth. I want to know, and I sent on my, if you look at my community part of my page, I sent you the actual numbers of what Paxton got and what Tallarico got. And Tallarico beat him 3 times, threefold. But he's, he must have got he must have got Republicans to vote for him too. So, but let's look, because I don't trust Texas as far as I can throw, not because of the Texan people, because of people like Paxton who understand the word cheat. And all these Republicans are taking back all the commercials they had on what a fraud Paxton is. They're trying to hide him. But now the Democrats have them all. Of course, they'll be replaying them. He's a loser with a capital L. I'm telling you right now. But I don't want my energy to detect what's going to happen. So I need to clear that out. Angel of light and mercy. It's weird. My sight inside my head is doing this, like going backwards. Tell me what's going to happen with Paxton running for Senate. Will he win? If it says yes, I won't be shocked, but I really hope not. Will Paxton win as the Texas senator? He thinks he's got it in like Flynn, but the numbers are very alarming. Too much stuff is coming up about him. The truth will be told. A little piece of bad news here and there. Maybe not quite getting the money you thought you were trying to sneak off the battlefield. Ooh, loser, loser. Big old disappointment. Okay, so we'll check this again, but it doesn't look good, but we got to look at Tell. Hope I pronounce his name right. He's got such a baby face. That was so funny, but he was kind of soft. He was on Lawrence last night, and Lawrence was saying, well, how do you respond to when they say you're this or that? And he turned it into a political speech. And I wrote him, I said, dude, don't be doing that. Answer the question. Don't be turning it around saying, there they go again. No, we don't give a crap. Say yes or no. You know, they said you're a vegetarian. You're not, you know. There was someplace that he said, I was eating barbecue since Paxton's first indictment. Beautiful, beautiful. Use that language. But don't, you know, I hate when they go back, oh, well, you know, we know as a country and yeah, whatever. That we need that kind of energy that Governor Newsom does. That F you. What a chump. You see what I'm saying? That's my feeling. Just get me down there and I'll talk to him. Snap out of it. Okay, here we go. Angel of light and mercy. James Talico. How does he look? For Senate. How does he look? Justice will be served. He doesn't have anything. If all they can go by is that they heard a rumor that he's a vegetarian, they're pretty desperate. They said sometime he mentioned something about how he doesn't know how he feels about the American flag. He probably saw some injustice, but they'll run with that, you know. Looking at people gathering around him, working hard on this campaign. I mean, look at the numbers he got. He has the Ten of Swords reverse, which is a good card to have. That's coming out of a bad period. Now, he also has the sun in his house, which means he's telling the truth. He's at the gateway. Now, look at this. The military. His doesn't say outright, I'm winning. Neither does Paxton. Very interesting. I'll have to check out. Tomorrow I'm going to be on with Andre, so I'm going to ask Andre. In fact, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to say, take a look at his chart. Will Talico win as senator of Texas? November 2nd. As senator of Texas, November 2nd. Making the money, success. People offering help, riding the horse of success. Trump's really going to try to talk smack about him if Trump is still around. Offer out of the blue, communication, passion towards what he believes. The Tower. You don't think someone will try to take him out, do you? The tower. I don't know, you guys. This isn't looking really good, but I don't see Paxson winning either. Would they be that desperate? Now that's not good news. I'll look again tomorrow when I'm on with Andre. I'll take a look. Let's ask Andre what his chart looks like. Geez, guys, I didn't expect that. Um, there's such a sweetness to him. There could even be other things happening in the United States that causes heartache and disappointment, a change in the way we look at things. So we'll see. God bless the people in Washington when that paper mill exploded. Nine are missing. That's just terrible. Okay. Laura said, have you talked to Navalny lately? And no, I haven't. I think I'll try to tap into him right now. He used to be really easy to get, just like Roosevelt was always easy for me to get. Bonnie seems to be around his wife. He's smiling. Russia's going through some stuff. Can you tell us what you see right now? He's saying that we don't even know a quarter of what's really going on in Kiev. What not Navalny, what Kiev is going through, what the country's going through. It's really bad, I guess. But that Russia's getting ready to, and I can't give you the exact time, but Russia is definitely going to be going down. Well, Putin is getting ready to go down. I always see him running. Navalny. He's in his glory. He's really happy over there. Feels bad for his wife struggling with the kids. And she always has to keep her looking behind her back. Pretty soon, America won't accept the bull that Trump and his organization is throwing on you. Pretty soon, and it's already happening, people just don't believe him. You know, I heard on X, what's his name? That actor who such a liar, James Woods. He said, "Oh, I've stepped away from the Republican Party." And people were like, "Oh my God, did you see this?" And I said, "You know, I wouldn't believe him as far as I could throw. He's such a liar. He might need a part, and he did that so he could get the part." Or you remember when that terrible fire happened in Southern California and he was telling everybody he lost his home? Everybody was feeling sorry for him, and then come to find out he lied. Don't believe him. Don't believe him. Will Mossy finally reveal the names in the Epstein files? Okay, I hate to tell you this, but they just said not all, not quite. They're saving some for something. There's huge shock and awe coming, but not right now. Not right now. Camp David, all cabinet members required to attend. Well, Trump changed that. He just changed it. He said he wants them to come to the White House. Now, he's not discussing this Walter Reed diagnosis. He tells everybody he's in shape, 220 pounds, 6'4". What did the Walter Reed visit find out about his health? There's something going on with him, and they're not telling the general public. But there is something going on with him, and they're reiterating some diagnoses or things he needs to take care of. Nicole is feeling much better today, you guys. She got on antibiotics. What's going on with Netanyahu? Yeah, they said he went to the emergency dental appointment. Emergency dental appointment, my pachicas. Emergency dental appointment. You know, I see him going on a gurney. Was he in a bombing or something? I see him getting on a gurney or being taken out of some rubble. He might have been involved in some sort of collapse. Let's look at Netanyahu. Tell us the truth. Give us bad cards like you did for. Ooh, yeah, see? He's totally flat on his back, and here's his wife right across him. Um, he has to keep a low profile. There's Trump. He knows what's going on. Money's not coming in. Ooh, something unexpected. He may be involved in something. Secrets, things going underneath the table. I wouldn't doubt he's not dead, but I wouldn't doubt if he got hurt pretty bad. Will Dr. Annie Andrews win Lindsey Graham's seat? Let's pray. Annie, let's look at Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham, will you win your seat in South Carolina? Lindsey Graham, are you going to win? I always saw him going, but I never got the times right. God is judging him right now. He's trying to gather up money. He's struggling to keep the seat. Big heartbreaks ahead. He likes to party. Um, hmm. This could be no. This could be that it's taken away from him. Look at that. Let's look at her, Annie Andrews. You know, I was even surprised at the number of votes that Paxton got. He still didn't beat James, but he still got a lot. Paxton's coming underneath a microscope, and there's a lot of information coming out that we didn't even know about him. I see people not interested in him. So, you know, it could very well, except I don't know why it's the Tallarico's got all those bad cards. So, you know, we'll check it again later, you guys. Annie, are you going to win Lindsey Graham's Senate seat? Yes or no? She's definitely getting the money to do it. She's crossed by stress, new beginnings, raking in the dough. Justice is served, making good communication. She's a powerful woman. People are toasting her. Um, is this, I hope this isn't, well, no, Lindsey Graham doesn't look, her cards are better than his. Oh, tomorrow I'll be on with Violetta too. I think we're going live on SteamYard. And then I'm going to be on with, oh wait, no, Friday I'm going to be on with Andre, and I'll also be on with Arthur on his show. Okay. Yeah, what about that guy, Tom Keene? He's been missing from New Jersey for over 80 days, missed over 100 roll calls. Per his family, he is recovering from a medical illness, but he's making stock markets or somebody's doing it for him. What happened to Tom King? Hold on, you guys. Let me close this door. They had to wait until I was doing a show and then they did this. Do you guys watch that show? What do you call people that live in people's houses? There's a show, I think it's on A&E, Hoarders. And this guy goes in it. His mother got a hoarder in her house and he learned some lessons and he talks about how to get them out. It's really something. Okay, let me look at, and my other favorite is webcam or cam. It's the police cam. Edge of your seat, you guys. Okay. Okay. I feel he is sick. Frightening diagnoses. He's still getting paid. That's all that matters. He's really stuck. This is a weird hit. I feel like he's afraid to let people know what he's going through because he fears being voted out. Like they won't take him out because they need his vote, even though he's not coming to vote. But he's not going to win again. He's going to have to go. He lost a bunch of money too. He's in hiding. He's picking up pieces, something, but more than physical, it feels like it might be financial or some sort of something that someone threatened to reveal. He might be in some sort of scandal. Hmm. Um, Somebody asked if Massey was going to reveal names, and I told you yes, but not all of them. And then somebody asked if Cornhole was going to go against the administration, and he just made an announcement that he wants to work with Paxton. He's bought. I think Trump talked to Cornhole. I think Trump said, look, we're going to give you a deal where I'm going to do this or that. I don't know, but like basically the next year's Trump's in office, even though he's not staying. He's thinking like, I'm going to offer you this position. I just heard that. Uh, will there be any accountability for Border Patrol pepper spraying Andy? I don't see any accountability. That guy is so cool, Andy Kim. He's the one that was down on his hands and knees after the 6th of January, picking up garbage off the floor in fecal matter. Um, Definitely Elon's interference with our elections will be revealed. But I do not see him being able to do like he did before. I do not see him being able to do. I guess he really hit Michigan up hard. But I don't know if they got their eye on him or what's going to happen, but I don't see him being able to do it. Linda, did you hear how Senator Shelton Whitehouse got rid of the ballroom through the reconciliation process? Yes, and he was giddy. He was so happy about it. The Republicans didn't give them information about the process, and apparently it's a no-no. The Democrats sued and won. No taxpayer funds going to the ballroom. Oh, Orange Turd is going to try again for sure, but don't worry. I see them holding it back. Um, Todd Blanche is in trouble. I see him losing his license. He's scared. Do you notice he even quivers when he's talking towards the camera? And he called in all those Republican people and said, look, if you get this slush fund going, you're all going to get a piece of it. It's like it's just not tasting good. It's just not tasting good. So, um, Todd Blanche will be held accountable, and he's going to lose his law license, just like uh, Pam Bondi is. Yeah, Jennifer Taub had Elon Musk's baby mama on her podcast today. Her name is Ashley Sinclair, and she's talking the talk. And listen, they're looking at a way to shut her up. Don't ask me how, it might be money but they're looking for a way to shut her up. But I don't see her shutting up. Does John McCain have a message for us? It's so weird. I hadn't even got my eyes all closed when I heard him say, keep fighting. Keep fighting, it's worth it. Well, something happened at the UFC fight. It's a laughing stock. That's what's going to happen. People are laughing their pachikas off. No, I don't see any untoward event happening. If Trump has to pay people to fill the room, he will. But I don't see any event happening. I won't be watching it. Oh, people are saying Hunter Biden was interviewed by two podcasters, Candace Owens and Soft White Underbelly. I don't know what that is. They're saying he looks good. That's great. Well, a lot of unexpected losses, like Massey's loss in Kentucky, happened in November. Well, Kentucky feels more red, even redder than Texas. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but that's what I'm seeing. Um, yeah, Pam Bondi has thyroid cancer. If you're going to get a cancer, that's the cancer to get. Just the same as uterine cancer. Before uterine cancer kills you, it has to be festering for years and years. Um, Nora says, will we lose Medicare and medical together with people who have it in 2027? I'm seeing that they're threatening, but I'm seeing by the time this election takes place and the new Democrats take over, they're going to stop their ability to be able to cancel on people like this. It is America's 250th birthday. Will you be open to channeling a founding father or two? Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, or even Abigail Adams? Benjamin Franklin, I can't get him. Benjamin Franklin had a tough time going over. I might have gotten him before. He did a little bit of the raw side, if you know what I mean. John Adams. I'm seeing John Adams. He was a little short guy, right? He wasn't very tall. John Adams. He's taken many lives. He's had many lifetimes since he died. He's had at least two lifetimes since he died. This corrupt energy will not prevail. I don't see his wife around him. I mean, just because you were married to someone doesn't mean they necessarily have to go with you. He's had other lives. He might even came back as a woman at some point here. He has beautiful blue eyes. If that's him, if that's John Adams. Um, they actually kind of work together. All presidents, all people of standing in this United States of America, which was helped along from a strength even greater than them. So Yeah, they weren't thinking about all men are created equal. Yeah, right, except for women and blacks and any, but there was a strength, a power that was behind all this. That is almost angelic. I'll have to look and see if anybody wrote about that because I feel like they were a little bit taken over. Like, whoa. And this experiment is getting, um, they keep adding this or that, or different Supreme Courts will decide this is true and this isn't. At one point in time, the United States of America will sit down and readjust the American Constitution and make it palpable for the times. There's going to be a great organization of people that are going to work on this. Um, oh, yeah. So I get Adams. Let me know anybody else you get, you guys, because I'll be happy to tap into them. Will Republicans get fed up with teach and just stay home for? I do see that. I do see some people that can't vote for a Democrat but refuse to vote for a Republican. Uh, yeah, this is true. If Massey truly won, why isn't he demanding a recount? Same thing with uh, Kamala. So I really feel, you guys, that I think he was cheated on. I think they were all cheated on, but I don't understand why they don't. I know there was some riffraff going on. Massey's already signed up to run in 2028, but he's going to give them what for? P- What's it say? John Cornwall? Not necessarily. Uh, the SAVE Act is back up in the Senate, of course. Linda, will this pass at the last minute to prevent women who took their husband's name? I hear no, no, no. I hear no. Will Congress restore or replace the Grad Plus lending program to graduate students that was abolished by the big beautiful bill? Yes, but it might take about another year. Um, I had a dream, Dorian says. Trump and his macho something need to feel fit. Trump and his macho need to feel fit. He uses the long stairs on AF1, not the short ones. Will T fall down? No, I don't see him falling down. Yeah, there seems to be an extreme overpay on the detention centers. By the way, Christy Nome and her sidekick, they purchased centers and somehow overpriced them or did something to where there was a kickback, and she got a chunk of the change, and so did Trump. Yeah, so T gave his endorsement to Ken Paxton, but at the end of the day, Talico got millions of votes. This guy got what? 200,000? I see Colorado staying blue, you guys. I see Colorado staying blue. I do see DJT celebrating his 80th birthday, but physically he's going down, and we'll talk to, remember we kept filling June and July. Something's coming up with that guy. Somebody was talking about Paxton. He wins. He tends to win even when he does terrible things. He's a blasphemer. He's a cheat. All the things Trump is. And people will still do what Trump says. God bless Texas. But I do see, because he doesn't have the Spanish vote anymore. I do see people standing up and saying, no, not this time, Paxton. Does Trump believe his own lies? Absolutely. Well, he sat up there and said, well, he's 6'4", 220 pounds. Yeah, right. My left leg is 220 pounds. No, Trump's not bedridden. Um, he's not going to Camp David. I think, I think he's not feeling well, but he's not bedridden. And the other thing is, you can't do many photos of him with meetings because he falls asleep. Uh, I don't see Social Security payments being interrupted. Uh, okay, some of these are the same question, different way of asking. Russia has asked all the U.S. diplomats to leave the capital of Ukraine. Are they planning a nuclear, phosphorus, or chemical attack? They're planning something. But I feel like it's almost that thing where they sent up that missile and it imploded. I feel like it's bad news for Russia. I see Germany helping Ukraine. I see all kinds of people coming forward. I think Becerra is going to win as governor of California. Kalshi, the multi-million-dollar predictive market that's proven very effective thus far and was also confounded by a woman from Brazil, has Kamala Harris currently predicted to become the next elected president against seeming odds. Do you see this? Well, I wouldn't doubt it because we kept seeing her being the president. It could be she comes in the next time. Um, when the orange one is gone, what will the tech brothers do to keep their hold? They're not going to be able to do it. I don't care how much they pay out. This time the money's no good. I see them throwing money. I saw this before, and I see people just done with them. Is Trump going to replace Vance with Don Jr.? No. But I heard JD Vance is talking about not running in 28. I think it might be Marco Rubio, but he'll still lose. Um, yeah, Mike Johnson is just going to run and hide when Trump is going. He's just going to run and hide. He knows people are angry at him. It's almost like that Frankenstein, up in that tower, and the villagers have pitchforks and stuff. That's what I'm seeing. Oh, our friend Nate, he sent me a picture from the grocery market in Portugal, empty shelves. And remember, they said Europe will get hit first. Empty shelves. So, yeah, this is the pain that's coming up that we discussed, not only with being able to get, gas for under $7 a gallon. I went today, I went to Costco and it was like 6.98 a gallon for the cheaper. So what? And it's actually, you could get gas cheaper at a couple of other gas stations going down the road. Katie Porter's not going to win as governor, period. Um, it's going to get worse because of the lack of being able to get things. But the ones who suffer the most are in Europe, you guys. The ones in Europe, like our friend Nate, I see the UK struggling. Trump is offering Pam Bondi some sort of position. He wants to keep her quiet. So she's supposed to speak at some engagement. See, thyroid cancer is not a god-awful thing. It's terrible, of course. You don't want it. As long as they caught it early, she should be okay. Oh, he wants the underground bunkers and he thinks he's a big shot. He's a nobody. Yes, there will be false ET disclosures. They want to throw that out there, so you guys get busy with that. So, immigrants, I'm so sorry you're having a hell of a time. If you got a safe spot to stay, go there because all this is going to turn around. DACA, I've been telling you, and unfortunately, Biden couldn't get it done because he didn't have the numbers. But pretty soon, we're going to have the good, strong numbers so the new Democratic president can turn around and say, y'all come on down. Let's get this, not open borders. I'm talking about making sure people go the right way. Yeah, someone says, I just learned Trump is building a 4,000 person temporary arena. Yeah, just Google it. You'll see it. It's a sight for sore eyes. It's so ugly. He's such a child. My God. Um, and don't forget, he made all that money off us as taxpayers. It's about ready to turn around because I see the United States of America. Like right now, some top constitutional attorneys are suing and saying, oh, wait, 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 wait. You need to prove what's going on with the IRS and Donald Trump. Well, I want you to show us what exactly you're talking about. And there's stuff coming up, trust me. Mark Meadows will be taken care of after we change this regime. Even if Paxton won, which I don't see, Texas, we've always sort of thought of, I see mixed, I see Democrat in, but Texas is about ready to turn over. Isn't that great? Mexico's implementing universal health care. It's just wonderful. And they've offered Iran to stay in Mexico with this soccer thing that's going on. I don't see Johnson getting reelected, you guys. And all these detention centers, they'll be shutting them down. I love it, you guys. This is fantastic. So I'll see you tomorrow with, I'll be on with, I think tomorrow's Violetta. And then Friday, I'll be on with Arthur and Andre. And then we'll do maybe a live this coming weekend. So thank you guys. I appreciate everything you're doing. I love you all. And I'll be back. Cheers.